G'day, Rob here, SydneyEV. How are you? Thank you for watching, much appreciated. Now, the other day I put a video up about the HiLux EV coming soon, or possibly coming very soon. Anyway, the Toyota HiLux EV is real, and hydrogen is still a sci-fi plot. Well, Toyota officially confirmed the HiLux EV, believe it or not. That's right. The ute that's been belching diesel since the dinosaurs died is finally going electric. How did they announce it? Of course, with the subtlety of Dad discovering TikTok. Get that on EV friggin' Central. Yes, so thumbs up to EV Central for the scoop. And yeah, I'm sure the PowerPoint presentation had nothing to do with all that leak whatsoever. Toyota's marketing chief dropped that line, he just discovered TikTok. Meanwhile, the rest of the EV world is like, come on Toyota, welcome to 2022, mate. So here's what we know. Let's go for dual motors, one on each axle, permanent all-wheel drive / 4x4, I guess. Not that part-time 4x4 crappy diff locks, centre low-range gearbox, all that sort of stuff. Locking hubs, none of that needed, remember? It's an EV. 143 kilowatts for combined power, 250 newton meters on the front motor, 268 newton meters of torque on the rear, so that's a lot of torque. One could argue, I don't have the numbers on me, probably a lot more torque than the turbo diesel has. I have to look it up. If it does, I'll put a big green dot right here. What do you reckon? About there? Yes. If it doesn't, yeah, whatever. Comes with a 52.9 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery made of 16 cell modules. Yes, you heard correctly, 52.9. Seriously disappointing. I mean, there's a lot of room under those chassis for a lot of battery if they made a dedicated EV ute platform, which, you know, doesn't look like they have. Well, it's a per range. Let's talk about that. 240 Ks. Yes, 240 kilometers. So, you're lower down the list than the Isuzu D-Max, which clocks in with 260 kilometers of range and a $100,000 plus price tag. Not good, is it? No. So, it looks like more of a compliance car yet again. Come on, Toyota, get your act together. I know you love hydrogen, I know you don't want to build EVs, I know you love selling all the DP filter replacements, all that sort of stuff, but you know, the future is EV. Get with it, or you're going to be falling behind rapidly. Payload comes in at a 715 kilos, respectable I guess. Towing, 1,600 kilos. So if you're an actual tradie, it's not too bad. If you want to tow your block of mobile units while you go camping with your apartment on the back of your ute, maybe not for you. 0 to 100, 9 seconds, top speed, 140 k's an hour. Yeah, again, disappointing, but still will break the speed limit in almost every state in New South Wales. Curb weight comes in at 2.4 tonne, 200 kilos heavier than a diesel dual cab. Again, not a good, is it? No, oh well. But still, it'll get you the weekend at Bunnings, it'll get you the weekend sporting event. If you're a tradie, towing your tools around to the local job site, 240 k's of range, probably do the trick. Because as a courier driver, I was only doing about 250 k's a day all over Sydney. As a builder or a tradie, you're going to and from the site, the lunch run, back home again. So it is probably quite a suitable machine for that sort of thing. And the testing of this machine, they're testing it in mine sites, because if it survives BHB in their mine site, it'll survive the pickup line, it'll survive the trading lunch run, and it'll survive your uncle's conspiracy theories about all EVs are communists. Off-road. It's EV, remember? Might actually do pretty good off-road. Multi-terrain select, brake and torque control that mimics a low range. What do you need to mimic low range? It's an EV. Who needs low range when you've got 100% torque, and a lot of it from 0 RPM? You don't need gearing, right? Wading depth, 700 millimeters. Decent. Ground clearance, 207 millimeters. Not bad. Approach and departure angles, exactly the same as the diesel one. Your brake over, it's got 4 degrees less, remember? Battery under the chassis there. I don't know why. Anyway. Yeah, it'll still hill climb, it'll still go off-road, maybe just not drive up Everest, that's all. But wait, believe it or not, there is more. And yes, I find this hilarious. They're bringing out a hydrogen version of it in 2028, still 3 years away. So nothing says accessible like a gas you can't buy unless you live inside the CSIRO lab, and all your weekend trips away you're going to be back to the CSIRO lab where that single hydrogen filling station is. Because look at the hydrogen map. New South Wales is like trying to find where's Wally, except Wally's moved to Mars. So the BEV is real. It's coming in 2026, next year, nice and close. Hydrogen 2028. Seriously, hydrogen, I don't think that's ever going to see any use on Australian roads, that's for sure. So yeah, estimated price in the UK, £60,000, translates to 120,000 AUD dollary dues. Ooh, but Toyota swear you know, like on a battery promise, I guess, that will start at under 100k. So I'm betting maybe 99,990. What do you think? Which is still a lot more than the diesel SR5, which starts at 71,990. So yeah, it's going to be the most expensive HiLux ever. But hey, still cheaper than the D-Max with a similar range. So it's almost like they don't really want to sell EVs. They might lose all that service income from the diesel DPF filter repairs and sales, I guess. So here we are. The EV HiLux is real. Hydrogen version, psychological concept, and Toyota, they're finally in the game. Just 10 years too late and decided to start playing chess with the Rubik's Cube. So, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. Hope you're well. And see you in the next video. Bye.